Hello, this is Abdul from Broke Genius. Um, I was just going over, what type of topic should I choose? What should I talk about next? And one thing that I noticed that is a big thing with no matter what situation you're in is just the amount of money that is going out versus coming in. For example, it's something that you can actually do today. You don't need to save any money. You don't need to wait for some type of plateau to try to implement this. But it's two basic things that you can start today, and even mind changing. Kind of just change your mindset with is basically um, decreasing your liabilities and increasing your assets. This is something that from the poorest person to the richest person will, make an impact on your life today, not tomorrow, not, you got to wait 6 months or you got to wait a year. I mean, this is something that is very simple to do, very even simple to think about it. I mean, what is a liability is something that's going out, you know, and assets is something that, is just something that is attained over time, something that is that you have right now, something that you can gather. Is anything from cash, gold, copper, wire. I mean, anything, almost everything, if you really think about it, is just about an asset. Not everything, but I mean, you can grow vegetables. I mean, you could anything that you see on the stock market. I mean, that typically is something that you can, kind of gauge as an asset that if you can attain or not. And it's something that you know it'll help with your mindset as well, because a lot of times we don't value things, and we misplace a value on things, and but yet we don't think about what's going out as well. So for example, you can basically gather your liabilities up. You can write it down, make like some type of you know kind of budget or whatever. Although I don't really like the budgets, I don't like the word budget, but I mean, you pretty much kind of know what you need and what you don't, and you should be able to distinguish a need from a want. Something that pretty much you have to use for your livelihood, day to day operations, for your business, for your household, whatever. I mean, those are things that you probably gonna want to keep, or gonna keep. And things like, I don't know, Netflix, entertainment, cable, even any type of entertainment. I mean, unless you can kind of offset that, like over time. I mean, yeah, I mean, party like a rock star. Paint the town red. I mean, do what you feel your heart is content to do. But until you kind of grasp things, as far as you're not living paycheck to paycheck. And I'm gonna get to a lot of other things as well in the future, not too distant future, about those different topics. And basically, you want to kind of go to the bare minimum if you're struggling. Like, I mean, I admit I'm pretty much struggling. I mean, I've been struggling for a while, and yeah, things are, I try to get to the bare minimum. I mean, extreme cheapskates. I mean, try to do as much as I can with what I have. Now, with that being said, back to topic. You just want to basically have an investor's mindset. That those two things are basically, as I said, anything that's not giving you any money that you don't, necessarily need. I mean, what is it doing for you? I mean, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, or whatever you want to think about. If it's not doing anything for you, it's not getting any money in your pocket, it's doing, not that much good for you unless you need them. And assets, I mean, if you think about it on a basic level, you know, a lot of times, I mean, if you think about your two biggest costs that people face in their lifetime, okay, cars are very, very expensive. I mean, stupid expensive, and a lot of times people get car loans and stuff like that. That's fine. I mean, if you could pay for it, fine. If it doesn't, if it pays for itself, as far as you getting to work and everything like that, you can afford to pay it. It's absolutely no burden to pay it. I mean, that's okay. If you could pay cash, that's even better. But if you can, and I used to always think about it like this, and had arguments with people about this. All right, you take $10,000 if you have it, right? And okay, you go put it down on a car that's 30,000. That's great. You got the car you want, right? Well, in my mind, I don't know. I'm sure it's a lot of people that think like this too. I know I'm not on my own. That $10,000, I could probably, at the very basic, the very lowest level, I could probably buy 10 cars with that $10,000. And then if I really want to be modest and I want to get something even just a little bit better or a lot better, I could buy 5 cars with that $10,000. I'll have 5 cars I could drive for every day of the week, or at least on the weekday. I mean, probably every day of the week because I'll probably already have cars. I mean, every day of the week I could drive a car. And these cars, I can probably fix up whatever's wrong with them, and then they'll be worth more, after, do some maintenance and, repairs on them, stuff like that. Now, my $10,000 that I spent money on, those cars are worth maybe 15 or 18 or if not $20,000 because I spent $10,000 on these cars and got 5 or 10 or whatever. So, and that's the same concept when it comes to housing. I mean, okay, you spend, I don't know how much money on rent. Okay, you basically, rent is, whether you like it or not, don't care. Obviously, you're paying somebody else's mortgage. Okay, you're paying somebody else's for their space. Fine. If you can pretty much buy a property, and pay it off as soon as possible, or get a mortgage and, like I said, pay it off as soon as possible. If you can buy a house cash, I mean, I don't care if it's freaking, whatever you need, a lot of work on it. It's probably going to be more likely better off in the long run because, I mean, you're just paying taxes at that point and it's no rent, and then it's an asset. You actually have something more likely that will make more, that there will be more money after you fix it up and everything like that. Like I call it HGTV the house. It's gonna be, probably 2-3 times more than what you pay for it, or rent it out for the rest of your life and basically, collect rent and, make passive income, which is, money coming into your pocket. So, I mean, those are like the two of the biggest costs that people have to, buy, is cars and housing and stuff like that. I mean, see, collect, I mean, you could collect baseball cards, comic book cards. I mean, whatever you can do to pretty much gather. I mean, if you don't have enough space in your house, get some type of storage facility or something. Man, just like, man, buy. I swear, like, get as much assets as you could possibly get. I mean, gold, silver. I mean, jewelry. Learn how to, basically, tell, fake gold and diamonds and stuff apart from other, from the fake and whatnot. And just buy as much as you can, because that's the oldest way. That's the oldest way to get wealthy. I mean, a big treasure chest full of assets, a big freaking, caboodle load of things that. I mean, I'm not saying be a hoarder. Don't be a hoarder. I mean, I'm all about minimalism. I mean, you know, as minimal as possible. Storage facility. I mean, storage. For things where they should be stored, not like stuff all over your house. No. When I see people doing that, I see mental illness. That's all I see. I don't see anything but that. I mean, just have a place where you can store things. I mean, think when you buy something, think how can I make money off of this? Don't think, oh, let me buy this because I need it, because I want it. No, think like an investor. Buy something that is a good deal, that possibly, if you can, you can make some money off of it. Not everything, but I mean, at least if things, you want something that is also gonna make you some money. You can collect it, maybe, and just have a different approach of how you look at things, as more of an investor, or it's more of a person that is gonna take this thing that's $1 and sell it for $50. That's the quickest way to wealth. I mean, that I know of. I mean, and it's nothing that you have to do or go to no class, take a class, or freaking read a million books. It's just basic, common, old, ancient logic. Decrease liabilities, increase assets. Thank you.